Okay.
Yeah, is it recording?
I can't wait to get with you, yeah. It's the digital get down.
Oh, I guess I should introduce myself. If you don't know me, well, I was gonna call it a walk in the park in the Hollows, but it's too cold. So what this will be, I guess now, is a sit and chat in my bedroom. The digital, yeah, we can call that the digital get down. I know you hear my heart loud. Anyway, basically, I am being interviewed. I have some questions pertaining to the album cycle, the project, and the theming, and the era, and the clothes, and the fashion, and the buzz, and the tour. But we're gonna be talking about that. But again, if you don't know me, I government name Major, but you guys call me Maj. That's M at symbol J. I won't plug myself into the end, so let's get into it.
Okay, first question. What inspired you to go with the Internet Fairy theme for this project?
The Internet Fairy theme for this project, it really began with a love of just nature and like gardens and stuff like that. But then I'm also really big on like cybernetics, like the future. And I wanted to combine those two together. Once I had that aesthetic put together, I had to think of like, okay, then why? Going back to your question, which that became more so because like, nothing is real. Nothing is real, and I feel like a lot of like times we spend a lot of our time nowadays on the internet, and with the fairy aspect being included, it's just going back into that like delusional aspect of like it seems mystical, mysterious, because there's still so much we have yet to understand. But like AI and things like that, it's all comes together like that. What I want to do is take those things and make people like aware, but also have fun, but then also explore like the different like entities within that. So like some songs are like really danceable, like MySpace, but then I was talking about like that brick wall we put up between each other with just the internet. Because fuck a first date, I want to add you on my MySpace, reinforcing that social anxiety to be like one with another person in the comfort of like I'll just stick to my social media. It might not be that deep when you hear the song because it slaps, but it's like when you listen to the lyrics, it really like all resonates for you. Just like
it's like a representation of all the different factions and the separations of like the different areas of the internet.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool.
But then it comes back together with like how people like go touch some grass. So right. That's pretty much where like that comes in, because then it's like the fairy part of it is supposed to remind people that nothing is real, but also be in tune with what is around you. Mm-hmm. So like illusion, reality is really what it comes down to. Internet, fairy, illusion, reality.
What would you say is your goal with the music you make?
So my goal with the music I make is similar to my goal for being an artist, period. Well, those are the same thing. But when I was a kid, I wanted to be a nurse, and then I wanted to be an actor. But I knew my main thing is I always wanted to be there for people, and I've always, always just kept like this momentum, just kept this idea of I want to be a voice for those who don't use theirs. So giving that space and making songs about things that are personal to me but general enough to where people can be like, I can see myself in that, and I feel seen, I feel heard, even though I may not be able to speak up in that situation, or things of that nature. So I want to give people a comfortability to explore themselves. And recently, I love her so much, but I had a supporter. She's not even a supporter, she's really a close friend to me. I love her so much. But she recently told me that even songs as silly and like just goofy as PornStar have helped her come into tune with her womanhood and understand like I can be this free and liberated within my body and do what I want to do. And it's also just a fun song, and like that really touched me, because I was just like, that's a song I hated, and for that to resonate with someone to be like, it reminded me that like I can have fun. I was just like, it always reminds me of like, that's why I do this. So yeah,
it's all about having fun. So who would you say are your top 3 artists inspirations for your music, like your style of music?
I always separate these into like categories. So I would say fashion wise, I love Britney Spears. I love her music, but like fashion wise, I look up to her for like fashion inspo. And then performance wise, Janet Jackson, down. I gotta hit my, you know what I'm saying? Like, then for like my music itself, I've always been really inspired by Charlie XCX. Even before all the Brat Mania and all that type of stuff, she has really just always, because she just does what the fuck she wants, and I love that so much, and it's just like, yeah, me too. So I just love that, and I don't even want it to be a comparison of like, oh, because you want to make hyper pop or they're trying to dance music. It's just like, no, it's just, first of all, those genres are just fun, but then secondly, it's just like to be that like comfortable and like, because when she's on stage, there's no choreo or anything like that. She's just jumping around because you're having a good
fun, yeah.
time. So yeah,
It goes back to that, just having fun. Like,
for real.
it's amazing. What advice would you give to those also starting their journey in the music industry?
Take your time. I cannot express this enough. I'm not knocking anybody's hustle. This is how you would like to start. This is how you would like to start. But I feel like a lot of times people be like, oh, I want to make a song. And then immediately, you got to be on SoundCloud, or not SoundCloud, Spotify, or Apple. And it's just like, build that fan base gradually. I look at people like Doja Cat as a really good example, because although she had lots of love and things like that, a lot of like people that support her came from her SoundCloud and then traveled with her onto her future projects and have been writing with her since. And then they'll bring up songs like, man, I remember when this first came out. And I want that for myself. So when I began, I started out on SoundCloud, and then I gradually took that audience and took that audience onto streaming platforms. But then I also took that time on SoundCloud to develop myself as an artist. And a lot of the sounds I was dibbling and dabbling. Like nothing was officially like this is major or this is mod. And I was dibbling and dabbling. And then when I took it to streaming platforms, I'm just like, this is what I want my sound to be. This is what I want to be as an artist and things like that. And so I think it's all about taking your time. Don't try to rush to be like here right away when you haven't even made it there, you know?
Exactly.
So, yeah, patience.
Patience is key.
Lock in, man. Lock in.
Well, that was all the questions I have for today. Is there anything else you would like to say to the audience?
Is your pussy green?
Oh my god.
I don't wanna play no more. Drunk sex and messaging on the floor. Thought I was a million boy, but you shaking me to the core. Maybe I did it 'cause I'm